rain.
We did.
All over the place.
Don't
Still
you
going
love it when
on.
a forecast comes together?
I do. You must feel good as well.
As they so often do. You know what, though? I did miss a little something. Just a little something.
No.
Warm air moved in tonight a lot stronger than I thought it would. And what happened is that the timing of the front changed, the timing just enough that we warmed up about 3 degrees warmer than I thought we'd be this evening. That's the kind of thing that can drive a meteorologist nuts, believe me. Well, here's what's going on. We've got this little area of rain going all the way down from Accomack County into North Carolina. And notice that back over Tennessee, we had a low pressure system there. Looked like it was going to come tracking up and overnight give us a little rain. Well, it looks like now that low pressure system has lost its energy, and that won't be happening. Now, most of Delmarva now still has some drizzle falling overhead, but the heavier showers are down in Accomack County. Just west of Chincoteague, a little cell will be coming through. This is a pretty good area of rain. Notice the orange. That's pretty strong rain. And Onancock had some pretty good showers moving through a moment ago. Here's our predictive radar, future radar, 2.5 hours out in the future, and everything goes away. A couple of spotty showers overnight, but mostly it'll be just drizzle overnight. Now, those temperatures I told you about, take a look at this. 58 degrees at Georgetown now, which is the high for the day, by the way. 57 at Dover, and even Smyrna is 53. Dover last hour was at 46, so the temperature has really started. The front is moving to the north, but notice out to the west, the temperature is dropping. 48 degrees in Annapolis. That's where that frontal system is, and it's going to come moving through tonight. It's going to drop our temperatures down, and when it does, well, we'll drop down all the way to about 48 degrees on average. Here's that low. The low is going to move off to the north. The secondary one dies out. And a story on that. Now, there could be some drizzle overnight and a little fog. 48 degrees for your low in Salisbury and at Ocean City. In fact, 48 degrees is the average low overnight, but Dover getting down to about 44, even though it's 57 right now. Let's take a look at our jet. Notice that it has moved well up to our north, and consequently, the warm air is able to move in unimpeded. You've got some help at the surface, too. The circulation around the high, the circulation around the low, and the next thing you know, the warm air moves in. But what's going to happen is that low is going to take off. There's another one out west. By the way, they have blizzard warnings in Colorado. Colorado Springs, blizzard warning. Denver, a winter weather advisory. As this system drops up to 10 inches of snow in parts of Colorado. Well, the system is going to come moving east toward us. And when will we get any kind of rain or snow out of it? Looks like that could be Saturday and Sunday. Even Friday evening, we're going to see a little bit of rain move through. And then into Saturday morning, there could be another couple of showers. So we're not out of it entirely, but tomorrow will be a partly sunny day. And for overnight tonight, we're looking at temperatures getting down to about 48. The average high tomorrow is going to get up to about 60, but 62 degrees at Salisbury, 60 at Cambridge, 58 at Dover, 61 for Georgetown, Ocean City 57, Lewis 56, 57 at Chincoteague. And on Saturday and Sunday, looks like we could see some rain. And Sunday might even see a thunderstorm out of that same system that's giving the blizzards out to Colorado now. Well, we didn't get any rain again today, but Salisbury's still up about 0.82 of an inch from normal. Georgetown, though, only about 1/10 of an inch, so it needs a little bit of help there because we don't want to fall back again. 87 degrees was the high in Salisbury, 67 for the low, and look at that, 98, the record high set back in 1948. Now, the high temperatures around the peninsula today, 91 at Georgetown and 94 at Ocean City, but we had that southwesterly wind in the air, gets a chance to heat up a little bit more by the time it gets there. That had a lot to do with the heat being a lot greater there. But Salisbury, 87, and a high temperature of 87 at Wallops Island. It's 76 in Salisbury right now, mostly starry skies. Winds out of the south-southwest at 6 miles an hour, 78 in Georgetown, 77 at Easton, 84, though, at Ocean City. Still on the warm side, and it's kind of muggy out there tonight, to say the least. There are some high, thin clouds trying to move through the peninsula tonight. High pressure still somewhat in control. It's starting to fade out, though, and so I think what will happen is this high pressure will begin to just sort of flatten out, and then we won't have to deal with it. But we will have this cold front that's been held back in part by this high pressure. That and the axis on it has gone from west more to east, so it's harder to get this cold front down here. We would have liked it a little farther south, a little faster with Danny in the forecast. But 67 for the overnight low in Salisbury. It'll be 73 at Ocean City, and on average tonight, we're going to see mostly starry skies. 69 for that low in Dover, 70 at Georgetown, and 68 at Cambridge. The jet stream, well, the main body of the jet's to the north, and that's allowed for warm air to move up. But this area, extending down into the mid-levels as well, will have a lot to do with the track of Danny. What it's going to do is start moving to the east. It's kind of closed now, but it's going to open up. It'll start moving to the east, and that will affect the track on Danny. And another thing thing that will affect it is a high pressure out at sea. And then finally this cold front, which should slide down to our south. That's what we're looking at. Won't get there as fast as I'd like, but it's going to get far enough south, I think, to keep Danny off of our shore. So by tomorrow morning, it's still well to our north. You look at our futurecast, there's your clock. It starts moving in by 11 o'clock tomorrow night. It's still at the Pennsylvania-Maryland border, and it will be 11 o'clock Friday morning before it is finally down to the Accomack County line. But what happens is that we're in the Virginia border as well. So what happens is, though, it's going to continue to move to the south, and as it does, well, that will help to pick Danny up and help be one more aspect that takes it out to sea and off of our shore. We'd like to see Danny about 200 miles offshore, and right now that looks about the way it's going to go, but it's early and it can change.